Hi, I'm Ty Adronis with TestPilotRC.com, and today we're going to be doing the unboxing of the E-flite Carbon Z Yak 54. This is another Kike Samanzini design, and I used to have one of these. This was my favorite plane in the whole world, so I'm really excited to be able to review it. Luckily it was Christmas and my wife loves me, so I got another Yak 54. Anyway, this is the plug-and-play version, not the bind-and-fly. The reason why is because I already have all the electronics from the previous one that hit a school because, well, I lost it in the sun. So, newbie mistake. Anyway, a little bit about the E-flite Yak 54, other than the fact that it's designed by Kike Samanzini. It's a Carbon Z, which basically means that it has a hollowed out wing with carbon fiber infusion along with some plywood sticks. This makes it extremely light but also extremely strong. The wings have almost no flex to them as it's going, so it makes a great 3D plane. It's not like other foamies where you do a roll and there's a little bit of lag or even a little bit of trampolining because the wings are flexing and it's bouncing all over the place. This thing is awesome. Okay, so taking a look at it, we'll take a look at the back side of the box here. Got to flip it around. Here's a little bit of trivia for you, or really a question. Somebody should start a thread on the forum so they can tell me what it is. What in the hell is this silver coating on the back? This is obviously a prototype picture, not a picture of the actual product because it's got this silver tape all over it. Wondering what that is. But I think it's kind of funny that they suggest an AR8000 receiver and a DX8 when all you really need is 4 channels to fly this thing with some dual rates and expos. The AR8000, why do you need 8 channels to fly it? I have no idea. There's no retracts available. There's no options available. There's no dual rudders that you can turn into air brakes like I've done on my Scimitar. No, this is just your standard 4-channel 3D airplane with dual rates or triple rates as I fly it and some expos. So I find that a little bit strange that they're recommending the AR8000. But you can see it's a big plane. It's got a wingspan of 48 inches, a wing area of 525 square inches, a length of 48.5 inches, and a weight without the battery of 3.05 pounds and with the battery to 3.75 pounds. Now, they, with the bind and fly version, they give you a 2800 milliamp hour battery. I recommend using the 3200s that they use in the Scimitar. You get a little bit more flight time, so there's a little bit more of a buffer there, and it really doesn't affect the performance of the airplane one way or the other. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we've got here. What we got is a gargantuan box. I mean, this thing is huge. And as usual, it's pretty, it's full color. We got this for $279 at Jake's Performance Hobbies in Rohnert Park, California. It's my local hobby shop. And it lists at $419, although I haven't seen anybody sell it for that. It's usually around $299. Jake's tends to have things just a little bit cheaper. He's got pretty good prices. Anyway, so as usual, on E-flite packaging, not a ton of tape, so you can inspect it at the store. I'm going to crack it open and see what we got inside. It's a gargantuan box. All right, I'm going to throw this box at my son. All right. Anyway, cracking it open, it looks ominous and intimidating. There is a lot in here. I mean, it looks like, oh my God. I thought this was like plug and play. I have to assemble everything. No, it's really not that bad. Throw the wings on, throw the elevator on, throw the rudder on, and actually I think the rudder's already on. Well, no, you have to throw the rudder on. Throw the gear on and plug it in and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and start unpacking it. As with almost all E-flite planes, the instructions are on the bottom of the box. This time they're taped down. When we did the 540QQ, they were floating in there free, and I said that you might find them sometimes taped down. Well, this is one of those times. So don't freak out when you open the box. Instructions are taped underneath. Flip it back over. It looks like we've got some push rods here along with some screws and arms. And have set that off on the side. Got a little tiny carbon fiber rod. This is most likely the rod for the elevator. I mean, everything's got carbon fiber in it on this plane to keep it nice and stiff, including the elevator. Pull off more tape. Boy, these people must have taken packing notes from my mother. I moved so many times when I was a kid that my mother can fit a whole house probably in the back of a pickup truck. Just give her enough rolls of tape. I'm going to pull out the landing gear so you can check this out. This is one of my favorite parts of the Yak 54, is this landing gear. It is so flexible, but you have to watch it when you land. This thing wants to springboard back up in the air if you land too hard because this landing gear is so flexible. On the plus side though, that keeps you from damaging the plane. Okay, here we have the elevators. And you can get a feel for the size of this plane. This is the elevators. It's a fairly big plane for a foamy. And notice that they're separated elevators. They're not together and they're not already on the plane. And they have a joint in them for being able to move simultaneously. So it's not two servos, it's one servo that actuates it. But we'll get into that when we get to assembly. You're going to want to, because you're so excited, you're going to want to rip into this packaging. Don't do it. It's a beautiful plane. It's a beautiful package. Just be patient. And you'll get through it. You may, however, need some scissors, because I'm encountering a section of tape that's wrapped all the way around the box. So this is my big gripe with this box. I don't like a lot of tape, but it's not too bad. It's just kind of annoying. You can see that you're going to want to remove this block at this after you've removed the top tape so that you can get the wing out in time. And this is the left wing. It's really nice. It's got a pretty cool paint job on it. Yak 54 on top. Classic 3D bottom on it. It's pretty much the same bottom that's on the QQ. You're going to notice when you pull out these wings that the joints are not your normal foamy joints. These are not, you know, taped. They're not just indented foam. No, it actually has a real carbon fiber rod running through it with clamps on it to be able to move the control surface, so it doesn't wear out. It's nice and strong, nice and stiff, and badass. And then down below that, we've got the rudder. And here you can see a really good example of that carbon fiber rod right along the edge, right there. So, there you go, right there. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull out the body now. Let's pull that tape all the way back. So I can pull this out. Pull that tape all the way back, and I can pull that out. And now I've got the body out. And one thing is, you're going to be pretty darn surprised, because for as large as this plane is, it's really pretty light. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got a great paint job on it, but it's light and it's stiff. You can feel how snappy it is, but then when you feel this prop and the size of this motor, you're going, oh my God. It's got a Power 25 motor in it, and it's got a gargantuan prop on it as well. And then here is the carbon fiber rod that holds the wings stiff and together. And you can see that the size of this thing is pretty huge. I mean, this is, I think this is the same exact rod that's inside the Scimitar. I just overhauled my Scimitar earlier today. And yeah, this looks like the same exact rod from the Scimitar. All right, it looks like we've got everything out of the box. We've got all our screws out, we've got everything out. We're gonna make a trip to the trash can. That's the unboxing portion. Beautiful plane, really well packaged, but it is a lot of tape. Big deal, I can live with that. But stick around for the assembly portion of this video. This was the Carbon Z Yak 54 unboxing, plane by E-flite and designed by Kike Samanzini. And I'm Ty Adranis with TestPilotRC.com.